Hello everyone, it's Mish here, and today I thought we would do a page in our Daphne's Diary glue book. We have quite a few pages. If you haven't seen the previous videos, you can catch them in my playlist. So today I've already taken the page out. I thought we would take a page from the third signature. So I'm just going to set that aside. And so the signatures are just some thin craft paper. So I've gotten a piece of cardstock, just black cardstock, and glued on top just to give it a little extra strength. And in issue 4, 2023, in the back there was some patterned paper. So I've cut that out, and I've got a piece here that I'm going to glue on top of that. Actually, I'm going to tape it on top of there. I find that the tape holds just as well, and it doesn't add a lot of moisture to the page. So we're just going to get this down. And then what I thought today we would work on is a folio type fold out, I guess you'd call it. So I'm just going to tack this on here. Get this covered. All right. Okay, so there we have our background paper. And I thought we would do a folio that we're just going to attach to the page with just a little flip out and some little tuck spots and some little cards. So it'll be just like this one. Okay, so to start with, you're going to need a piece of paper, 8 by 12. Okay, so this is 8 by 12. So on the 12-inch side, you're going to score in the middle. I like to score first if I'm going to fold it. It just gives a cleaner fold, but you don't need to. You can just take it, fold it in half. Okay, and you want to score that really well on the side. And then you're going to then fold it again. Okay, so you're going to get a little booklet like this. And then before I glue it down, I want to make some thumb notches. So I'm just going to take my 1-inch punch, and I've already kind of found the middle of the page. So we're going to glue it eventually here like a T. So down and across here. But before I do that, I just want to put a couple thumb notches. So I'm going to put 1 and 2, and that's kind of in the middle. So now I'm just going to take some Elmer's glue, and I'm going to just put a bead of glue down the center along the fold, and then just going to put a little bit on that edge. Okay, so then we're going to close it up and press down our sides, and then we have our fold. Okay, so that's good. So then I've already gone ahead and cut the little cards that I want to put inside here. I'm hoping they'll fit. Yes. So these little piece of card, for me, they may be a little different for you depending on how much glue that you've put down. But for me, they measure about 5 3/8 by 3 1/2. Okay, and then on if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I cut out bits of the magazine and I just have a little stash here. Well, on one of the things that I had cut out, I had a piece of just scrap, and I don't know if I can find it now. I must have set it aside, but in which I took my tab punch. If you don't have a tab punch, you can just cut it out. But I took my tab punch and I made some tabs with just some of the scrap paper that was there. So I'm going to attach my little tabs, and I want to get them roughly in the center. So I'll put it about there. So let's put a little glue on it. And then I'm going to turn this sideways and right about there, I guess. So roughly that's straight. So about there is where we'll put our tab to go in there. This is double-sided, but you don't need to, and you can still write or journal on either side. Well, this one might be a little bit hard to write on, but you can write on this side, attach a photo or something on that side. So we'll get those down. And I made one for each side. You could also put, you know, something else you want to tuck in there. So roughly right about there. All right. Press that down, and then that's the card for the other side. Okay, and we can, it's getting caught up there. So just like so. All right. Okay, so we've got our tabs down, and sure, this way was it? Alright, doesn't really matter. Let's fold that down. Okay, so on the inside, we are going to put a little insert like this. So you're going to cut out a piece of paper, a square, which is 6 by 5.5, okay? And then what I did is I just took my scissors and I cut down just a bit there, and then I cut over straight, and then I just did just an angle, okay? There's no specific measurement. So with this side, and we're only going to tack down this side, we are going to come down the middle and along the bottom edge, and along this little short side here. Okay, so we're gonna put this crease right in the middle, and I'm gonna try to put equal up and top and bottom. So that looks pretty good to me. So we'll press that in, and then we'll get that down. Okay, so there's your little flap there. All right, so then we'll let that, oh, that's not tacked down. We'll let that kind of dry, and then I've made, for this back panel, I've made a couple little, almost like, if I can find them, library pockets, which have just, oh, here they are. Right here. So I've made 2 library pockets. One measures 3 1/4 by 2 3/4, and the other one's just a little bit smaller, and this one measures 3 by 2 1/2. So with this, what I did is I just actually cut that out with my scissors. I've got the little offcut piece here somewhere on my desk. I can't find anything at the moment on my desk. But I just kind of eyeballed, might be better if I turn it this way. I kind of eyeballed the distance to try to make the angles coming in and then across the bottom. And then I just cut that out, and I put it on top of this one and traced it and cut it out so that they both look the same. So with this one, we're just going to put it along 3 sides. So we'll get that down. All right. And then I'm just going to try to make it equal distance on both sides, which is right about there. And these aren't exactly straight, so when you get this kind of straight, it looks a bit off, but I think that looks fine. And then we'll put our top one down. And with this one, I am going to probably tuck it a little bit under this one. Just a tad, like so. Okay, so then we got that one done. And then I made a couple little cards for now that we can stick in there just to let us know that they're little tuck spots. That one there needs to be shorter. Actually, what I want to do is I want to pull this up gently, and I'm going to pull it down some more. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right inside there. That's better. See if I can get that straight. Okay, so then that will fit in there, and that one will fit in there, just like that. And we'll push our sides down. Okay, so that's a couple little pockets there. And then on the back of this, I cut a little panel, and this would measure, what is that, 5.5 by 1.5. Okay, and I'm just going to tack that down on 3 sides just to create a little tuck spot. So we'll get that down. This is just old Stampin' Up! Paper I had. It's, I don't know, a couple years old. Because it's just this type of stuff is just a great way to use up paper that you already have. You know, break into that stash. I'm terrible for hoarding paper, so I just want to start using up some of the papers. And then for in here, we can put a little, maybe put that in there. I had I cut out another little tab, so I don't think that we're going to put that anywhere. So yeah, so let's just use this one. So we'll just get our, actually, why don't we do, doesn't matter. Put this side down. Okay, so then we'll just stick that in there for now. You can always add more to it. One thing I did do is I, again, took some of this patterned paper that I have that's just extra paper, and I made a little tag so we can maybe stick that in there as well. We can put some twine on that in a minute. So then on this side, I cut another little pocket, and this is 2 7/8 by 4, and we're gonna just, I think we'll put that side down. Why not? I think I'll put that side down. It's a little, once we decorate it with some cutouts from the magazine, it won't look just so monotone. So I went ahead and fussy cutted some of the images out. So we'll stick those on. And then that folds up there, like so. Okay. So then I'd already gone ahead and made a little tag, cut a little tag, and this one is 2 by 4 1/4, and that just can go down in there. And then on the back of, or for this side, I took a strip of paper 8 centimeters long, okay, and then I scored every 2 inches and did the accordion fold. And then I just cut out the corners to make a ticket strip. So I thought we could stick that in that side there. And we could do more, put more there, but I don't know what I have in this one. What do I have in this one? I have just another tag. All right. And then from the magazine, I cut out some different cutouts from from mainly, I think, the issue 4, but you can find all kinds of different images. So I really liked this one, and we'll get that kind of just tacked down there. I don't know what that is. I think it's, it might be a daffodil. Let's see here. Yeah. It's a little bit puffy because I've got these cards in there. Yeah, that's better. So then on the back of that, I thought we would put some of those poppies. I've used the poppies before in one of the other pages. I love these poppies. I really love watercolor illustrations. So we'll get that kind of tacked down there, which looks perfect for there. And then on the back of that, I had just cut out a little some wild flowers. And I think this, again, came from one of the back pages, because that's the spot the difference. That's the spot the difference here. So if I don't know the spot the difference, I'm never going to know it, because I've just put the answers on the back of that paper. So then we're going to just tack that onto here, okay, and I may need to do some kind of a closure because that's kind of puffy, but I could always do a Velcro corner if I decide later that I need one. But anyway, for now we're just going to get that down, and I think I'll use the Elmer's glue, and if I'm finding that it just doesn't hold, then I'll have to go to, actually I've got my score tape here. Score tape is awesome. It has an awesome hold, and I highly recommend it for bookmaking and journaling when you need more of a heavy duty. So I'll get that down, and then I'll just put some glue along here. And that should be able to tack that down well. So we'll just get our tape off here. And the score tape comes off really well, the backing. All my fingers I was working out in the garden, and I've lost some of my fingernails. Okay, and so I want to put that right about there and try to get it as straight as possible. Which is hard when you're looking from the side. Okay, and get that tacked down. Okay, and then we can, as I find little images, we can add more to it. But I think that's so sweet. So we open it up. We've got some little tuck spots. We have a little journaling card, a little hidden spot there. If I can get that back in there. We've got a place for some little tags or other ephemera, little tuck spot there. We've got some little tuck cards, and then another little pull out. So I'm very happy with that. We can also put maybe a little saying, if I can find something maybe from my Tim Holtz. This is Tim Holtz Small Talk. So let's see what we can think about. How about this one? Happiness depends on ourselves. It's not anybody else but ourselves. And I really like where that's going. So yeah, so we could add a butterfly there if we want. I think that would look good. So I'm just going to stick them down, kind of just tack them in the middle so that once he dries, his wings will pop up a bit. So that's our page. I'd like to put a little something there. So how about we find a little something. We could put that little envelope. That's too much the same color. What else do I have for little scraps? Little scrappy scraps. Oh, here. What about that? Will that go there? It's too tall. I need something kind of... Well, I'll keep looking. And we can add more to it once we find things. Rome wasn't built in a day. So let's go back and put that in our journal. Once we get our signatures filled up, then I will, I'll sew them in. But for now, let's stick that back in. Push that through. And there we have it. A nice little, another page done. So I want to thank you for watching today. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I am trying to build the channel and I just appreciate each and every one of you. If you've liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear your comments. So until next time, thanks for watching and bye for now.